I'm super excited to be here for the Best Year Yet workshop. Amazing. And I really want to stop before we get into it and just say, I'm super psyched that you're here, right? That you are taking time out of your life to be here live. Really, like I'm honored that you're spending time with me, honestly, and really psyched that you want 2024 to be your best year yet, because so do I, right? This is always my wish, and I'm always willing to do the work to make it better than the year before. But honestly, a lot of people say, I want more abundance, I want more love, I want more joy in my life, I want better relationships, I want less stress. But you beauties are actually here doing the work. So right on. And for those of you who signed up and are watching this after the fact, because hey, maybe it's 3 a.m. where you live, or maybe you're sleeping, or maybe you couldn't make it live because you have other commitments. I want to thank you as well for carving out time to actually watch the recording, because it's really easy to be like, I want to do it. Ooh. And then you get the recording and never watch it. So the fact that you're watching this right now and this is transmitting to you, right on. Go you. So what are we going to be doing? Today, I'm walking you through this ritual step by step. We're obviously not going to do the burning part together, but you can do that part alone. We're going to do that for about 45 minutes. Then I'll be taking Q&A. And I'm going to be involving you throughout. This is quite the interactive experience that we always have together. So do me a favor, if you have questions throughout the training, put them in the chat. Put some question marks in front of them so it's easy for us to see that it's an actual question. Sometimes I answer them right there if it makes sense. A lot of times I'll wait until the end. But I want my team to be able to grab them because they're creating a document for me. And towards the ends of our time together, I'm going to let you know about 2 offerings that I have that can start this year off, you working with me, aligned with your desires and your goals. So that's going to be exciting, but that will be at the end. So this is the time for you. Like, I want you to really think about this like a gift that you're giving yourself. So much of the time, we've got our minds on other people, on kids, on parents, on partners, on all the things, on work people. But you're making time for you today. And even if you've done this ritual before, you haven't done it this year. You haven't done it with this group of magical unicorns. You know what I mean? Like, this is going to be something different. And I can tell you that I've worked in this field, helping people transform their lives. I've been doing this particular ritual. I've been perfecting it, changing it, crafting it for over 20 years. And I've helped thousands of people create a better next year through this process and get empowered in those areas of life. So I just want to say, whatever it is that you want, it's possible. And I know there's a part of you that knows that, or you wouldn't be here. So I say, let's get started with a quick grounding. If you have some essential oil, get it out right now. I already put mine on my hands. Get comfortable. You can put your feet on the ground if you would like. Sort of be in a receiving position. I like to have my hands up. And I'm going to ask you to gently close your eyes. Yum. Claire has a chocolate croissant scented candle that sounds delicious. Let's just take a deep breath in. Your eyes are gently closed, and I want you to drop your attention inward. Let's just do a quick body check. Right, how often throughout your day do you just pause, breathe deeply, check in, like, how do I feel? So quickly, let's just do a body scan. Start at the top of your head, move on down, and whenever you hit any part of your body that feels constricted, maybe it feels tense, you're going to slow down and you're going to breathe deeply into that spot, and you're going to visualize that tension or that constriction leaving your body with your exhalation. And just keep moving. Wherever you need to tend to your physical body, just do it with the intention to release whatever the pain is. It could be fatigue, it could be how you're feeling in your heart, it could be your throat chakra. There's all of these different things it could be. But the power of your intention to release it is really, really profound. So keep going from the top of your head all the way down. to the tips of your toes. And let's actively relax your shoulders. Sort of like roll them down your back. We're creating as much space between the ears and the shoulders as possible. If your neck is tight, mine always tends to be, just rolling it around. Of course, you hear all those crunches. You're like, ooh. But it does kind of feel good. Take another deep breath. And I'm going to plant some seeds for what we're going to be doing tonight. I just want you to think about right now, are you where you want to be in your life, right? Including your relationships and your career. So just think about that. And the second one to think about is, what do you want to be different next year at this time? 12 months from now. What do you want to be different? And then the last one is to really think about this in your heart, is how motivated are you to get there? Right? Because we're going to be talking tonight about a lot of things, but a lot of it means changing something, right? If we want something to be different, usually we have to do something different. So just allow those questions and those answers to sort of roll around in your mind. I'm going to ask you to bring your attention to your heart chakra. And if you don't know where it is, just put your hand on your heart. We're going to take 2 deep breaths into here, breathing in and exhale. And on the exhalation, you're visualizing anything blocking your heart chakra or hardened around your heart chakra is leaving your body with your breath. Let's do that one more time. Breathing in and exhale. This allows you to come to this call with an open heart. And now I'll ask you to bring your attention to your third eye, which is right between your eyebrows and a little bit up. We're going to do the same thing. 2 deep breaths in here, sort of clearing away anything that's blocking your ability to see with clarity, blocking your intuition, blocking your inner knowing. So let's breathe in and exhale, imagining that anything that is blocking is leaving your body with your breath. Let's do that one more time, breathing in and release. This is sort of clearing the doors of perception, allowing you to come to this call, this workshop, with an open mind, which is always a beginner's mind, especially if we are looking to change things. Now I'll ask you to set your intention for our time together. Mine will be that something happens in our time together tonight, or you watching this replay, that lessens your suffering and that elevates your joy. Some aha moment, some epiphany that shifts something for you. It just really, really starts this flow of abundance in your life. And last but not least, I'm going to ask you to take a collective deep breath. So on the count of 3, what I want to do is, well, I'm going to count to 3, and then we're going to take a long, slow, deep breath in, and then we're going to exhale audibly with a sigh after that. And then we're going to get going. So let's breathe in together. 1, 2, 3. Ah. All right. Open your eyes gently. All right. So tell me all the things. Are you where you want to be right now? Ooh, Mary said, I'm open for the intention. C says, amazing. Kathy says, I'm not. Hi, Dar. Not yet. Nope. All right. I'm not where I want to be at. Okay. Yep. But building, huge transitions. No, but I'm ready. Nope. All right. Excellent. Because every answer that you're giving is the right answer, right? Whatever the truth is for you, this is how we change things. We just tell the truth about where we are. So, can you think of one thing that you want to be different next year? Just say it. Just claim it. I want love in my life. I want to switch careers. I want to make more money. Like, what is it? I want better health. I want to be happy. Yes, Lisa, I want to fall in love, better health, commit to me first. I love it. Yes, peace, live sincerely, inner peace. Oh, more money, greater abundance, more community, love myself, stronger boundaries. Oh, so beautiful. Yes, no more people pleasing. Be in touch with my feelings. I mean, you're claiming it, right? Stable, loving relationships. I love it. Yes, be lit up. Definitely. Loving my body. Yes, as is. No changes required, right? If you want to be healthier, fine. But like loving right there. New job, more money, better boundaries. Yes, do it. And then the last question that I asked is like, are you willing to do something different? Let's claim it. This is like putting your stake in the ground with the universe and being like, I am. I'm ready. I'm willing to do something different. Yes, 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 yes. We are ready. Right. I love it so much. Ready, ready, ready. Super ready. Ready AF, someone just wrote. Right on. All right. I love it. I'm witnessing you. I'm ready for you and I'm ready to be with you in this experience. Let's talk about what we're doing. Let's move it on into it. So, why don't resolutions work? I'm going to make this part brief. You guys, many of you know why I think this, but it's true. I never got it. I never got how we could achieve goals that were all forward thinking. How are we not processing and digesting what happened throughout the previous year? I don't get it. Right? This is resolutions are a one-dimensional goal-setting experience, just there. But honestly, from a psychological perspective, our past can be so predictive. So to bypass that process of understanding, hey, what did work for me in 2023? What didn't? It's a whole 12 months of data that we need. So it's an important step. We're not skipping it. See, that's why in this ritual, we're dealing with it. So much of how we stop repeating unhealthy or unhappy or harmful negative patterns, right? And to create more abundance and joy and all of that is that we've got to repair, right? We've got to, what did I say? Christina Bao says, we repeat what we do not repair. So going forward without repairing, without looking at, without being honest about what happened, it doesn't work. So this experience, this ritual is an invitation to give yourself the space, the time, the luxury of thinking about and feeling all of these things in a really real way, right? And this practice is going to help you figure out, really process and honor 2023, because so much of the time, I mean, how often are we just like, okay, next, 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 next? You want to raise your awareness of the lessons learned, but we can only learn them when we honor them by slowing down, being like, okay, what happened? Right? What happened? You guys make sure that you are talking to everyone and not just panelists, please. All right. So intentionally releasing what is no longer, right, serving you. So we're going to step by step go through this therapeutically designed process. As I said, we're not going to do it all because we don't have time to do 22 minutes, but I'm going to, we're going to do some of it. And I'm going to ask you to share, because being witnessed is so important, right? This is how we're honoring our experiences. And this is how you will understand your own growth. Because again, how much of the time, you guys, do we just minimize the shit out of what we do? Right? We're just like, oh yeah, no big deal. Everyone can do that. No, like what you did, what you survived, what you lived through is amazing. You know, this was a hard year for lots of people. Coming off the pandemic, and not even off it, but sort of coming off it, like trying to get back to like something normal, trying to figure out to get back from what we experienced, still trying to normalize COVID, all the things. This was a rough year for a lot of people. So if you were one of those people, you're in incredibly good company. So if you were to say from last year, what what are you feeling from last year? Are you tired? Do you feel exhausted? Pain? Are you sick? Yes, isolation, right? Worst year of my life. Yeah, yeah, devastated. I don't blame you. Sad, grief. Oh my God, this is so important. Drained. Oh my God, that was like an overall feeling I had. Feeling exhausted. All right. Yes, heartbroken. I see you. So exhausted. I don't know. Did it just all catch up to us all collectively? Because that's what it felt like. Like just by the middle of the year, I was like, wow, I'm just tired, like monumentally. And did work and got back in therapy and did all the things, but yeah, feeling a little lost, brain fog. Oh my God, menopause just kicking my ass, like so many things. And I know I'm not the only one because you're all sharing so beautifully. So thank you for being vulnerable and sharing. I so appreciate you. All right, so we're going to move into let's do it. We're going to be making our list, reflect and visualize, and then the ritual. But again, the ritual you're going to be doing because we can't burn together because it's dangerous. So what we want to talk about, what I think is the best way to start, how I start. So we're going to switch gears. Melissa said, oh my God, menopause is the devil. Wow. Menopause is hell, by the way, but we don't have time. That's another workshop that I'm going to do. But I want to talk about your peak experiences in 2023. So they can be positive or negative, right? These are experiences that create incredible opportunities for us to glean self-knowledge, promote growth, right? They spur transformation. So and listen, although really depressing things can also be peak experiences for this ritual because it's what we're talking about. It's not appropriate for that level of grieving. So I would say pick a peak experience that was meaningful to you. I started my mastermind finally in 2023. That was probably my highest, or yes, I think it was my highest peak experience because it was amazing and I loved it so much and I didn't know that I would. And the women got so much out of it and people were transforming their asses off and changing their businesses and making tons of money and falling in love and buying houses, and just watching people grow like that and taking it on because it felt like a heavy lift. I was so worried, it was beautiful. And I was so grateful that I took the risk. And right now I'm filling up Flourish for this next year. We start on January 16th. So if you're interested, listen, it's not for everyone. It's a very small group. It is not inexpensive, but it's a year with me and your life will literally never be the same. And that shit is a fact. terricole.com/flourish for women only. All right. So tell me, peak experience. All right, I got it. I regained my financial health. Right on. I love it. Peak experience. Okay. A successful year at work. Reconnected with a childhood friend. Started an online meditation group. Started offering group programs. Amazing. Started hiking. Did a solo trip to Montreal. Lost 40 pounds. Feel so much better. Ooh, published my book. Somebody said red boundary balls. Woo. I went skydiving. Oh my God, that's amazing. Traveled to another state. Ooh, broke up with unhealthy person. Yes. Passed medical training. Amazing. Left an abusive relationship. That makes me want to cry and jump for joy simultaneously, literally. No. And someone said, is a peak experience always good? No, it's not, because we learn from the rough ones as well, you guys. We learn from the rough ones as well. So it's okay if it's a rough one. It can be a loss, a loss of a pet, let's say, or a loss of a job. By the way, another little known symptom of menopause is having a runny nose. Super fun. Anyway, sorry. PSA for menopause. Breakup of 9 years, right? Created epic experiences, got out of the army, right on, took my life back. Ooh. Yes. Confronting my abusive husband. Yes. Ooh, broke up with a bad person. Saw the top of Pikes Peak. Amazing. My awful roommate is moving out. Amazing. Oh, so good. So beautiful, right? I love it so much. So there's other questions that you guys are going to answer in your workbook when you're doing it. But really, what we're doing when we're talking about peak experiences is when you think back on the year, what were the most impactful moments for you, right? It could be the hardest thing or maybe a surprising thing. Like when we surprise ourselves, when we do, me stepping out of my comfort zone to finally do a mastermind that people have been asking me to do for years, like it was uncomfortable, right? But then you get to feel so proud of yourself, surprising breakthroughs, healing your um, complex post-traumatic stress disorder, right on. Release 2 toxic friends from my life. That's amazing, right? That's amazing. And we can also talk about something that brought you joy. So again, when you're writing this out, I really want you to take the time, right? So we're going to be doing right now in this moment, I want you to list 3 things. And I'm going to give you a moment to do it. So for those of you who have not been writing, so it can be 3 things that were most impactful, could be the hardest, most surprising, something that brought you joy. I'm going to drink out of my Boundary Boss cup while you write 3 things. Thank you, Linda, says my Boundary Boss book. I served in Israel. Right on. Good for you. Getting rid of toxic people. Yes. And again, these can be positive or negative experiences, but we're grabbing these gems of self-wisdom. My mom's passing. Sorry to hear it, Kim. Someone said my podcast. You do need a cup like that because Terry Cole has merch. terrycole.com/shop. Ooh. Ganelle said, I found and spoke my boundaries, learning to love myself, growing apart from my best friend, hiking in the beautiful Azores, becoming closer with my brother. Beautiful, Sarah. Love it. Went to Paris. Realized a toxic relationship. Fought for my human rights and won. Ah, Sarah, so beautiful. Discovered the subtle art of not giving an F podcast. Amazing. Let my abusive mom go. Beautiful. And you guys witness each other. Like, look at how brave and amazing you are. All right. Christine got laid off. Number 2, understanding what a people pleaser I've been. Number 3, understanding manipulation I've been stuck in. Ooh, amazing. That shit will change your life right there. And acknowledging it, right, is so important. Yes. Stood up to my narc father, helped my mom when she lost mobility, the loss of wonderful people, spent time with my family, especially my son. Beautiful. So gorgeous. And for anyone who's sort of stuck, because it can be hard to be like, wait, what happened this year? You can always look at, like, what I do sometimes is go through Instagram. Ooh, left a church cult. Go, Kathy. Thank God. Speaking of God, right on. Anyway, if you're like, what did happen this year? Because it all feels like Blur's Day, feel free to go through your Instagram feed or your calendar. It can be super duper helpful. Yeah, so many brave people in the comments, Abby B, you know it. It's just so beautiful. Lost my dear niece. I'm so sorry. I know how that feels. Broke free from high-functioning codependent relationship with the narc in my life, set rock-solid boundaries. Oh my God, Danielle, that is something to celebrate, sister. Standing up to gaslighting. Wow, not alone with leaving a bad situation. No, Christine. Look at how many people are sharing that exact thing. So beautiful. Just gorgeous. All right, so you got your peak experiences. All right, we're good. Started EMDR. I mean, I could keep going. Like this could be the whole thing, but there's many more to go. You are in good company here, Lisa. You know it. Regained my health. That's amazing, Shawnee. More realistic expectations of others and radical acceptance. Oh, wow. That just warmed my heart right there. Beautiful. So you know your peak experiences. And now we're going to move on to list number 2, right? Which is your big fat brag list. Because you know what? You do not brag enough. I promise you, you do not brag enough. So acknowledging and celebrating your strengths and accomplishments is healthy and uplifting. Even if it was literally just holding your shit together, you can brag about it, right? This is time to give yourself credit for making it through 2023. Bragging is an act of self-love, and we could all use more of it. All right, so I'm going to brag. I'm going to go first, all right? And I want you to start putting it in there. I published a workbook in 2023 on top of a whole bunch of other stuff while I'm writing my codependency book. That shit was hard. That was hard. I did not do it alone, obviously. Thank God for Team TC. Thank God for Tracy, or it wouldn't have happened at all. But yes, my voice is so wonderful. Oh, get bragging. I can't. I got to read them all. So wonderful. I know how much effort I put in my career. I know how much I study. I'm in love with my voice. Yes. Yep. Not letting them break me. Staying alive, prioritizing my healing. Started painting. Amazing, Desiree. I love it. Looked eye to eye with my fears. Ooh, Marianne, that is so bold. Killed it at work. I'm awesome. Yeah, you are. Oh my God. Codependency book. So excited. Yes. I'll be so excited too when it's off my plate and published soon. Actually, not until the fall, but it's coming. Made the dean's list. Right on, Kate. Bragging. Come on, brag it up, people. Slowly coming out of 10 months of depression. Good for you. And that is a brag. That is a brag. Learned how to regulate emotions. Right on, Sherry. Amazing. Holding my own around lawyers. They could be a tough crowd, Lisa. Called my boss out. Do it, Susan. Right on you. Wendy says life. Yeah, just life. Just here. I negotiated a raise I deserved. Shawnee. Oh, that feels so good. Standing in my truth, says Shelley. Ooh. Had sex with much younger men and owned it. No guilt. Jill, go get that orgasm. Do it. Love it. No shame. I'm there for my kids. Passed a certificate program and earned an $18,000 raise at work. Ashley, good for you. It makes me cry, but I lived through this year when I truly didn't think I would. It got very dark for me this year, but I am still here. You are. That's right, Kath. Oh, Kath, you are. I know you, my friend. I'm thinking about you. I started writing a book. Good for you. Got a B plus in my first graduate class at Harvard. Way to go, Nikki. Wow. Finding my bliss, volunteering in Spain. Amazing, Linda. Survived 2 surgeries, took a class, rode my bike a lot. Right on. Took your boundary course and a declutter course, said Jane. Excellent. Yes, took on the role of Nana's executor at 24 years old after her unexpected passing. Wow, that is a major deal, Mara. That is not easy. I went through a scary hysterectomy with complications to make my life better. Well, I'm glad you made it through, Olivia. Traveling, continuous self-development and growth, got boundary boss workbook celebrating me and life. Right on, Debbie. Started getting paid for speaking gigs. Erin, yes. I found an illustrator for my children's book, linking emotions to finances. Way to go. Oh, you guys, I mean, just look at the brags. Like, please, for a minute, let's just get energetic, not to be weird. Feel what's happening in our chat. Feel what's happening with this sharing. You are all over the world, and yet we are connected. I see you. Sally taught yoga. That's amazing. Got financially independent after leaving a 26-year marriage. Sonia, like, I see you. Robin stepped up her self-care and is owning it. Stayed with my mom for 2 weeks while she was on hospice until she passed. Very hard, but glad I did. I love my mom. Oh, yeah, it's not easy. All right. Did Pilates all year. God, who knew? Just talking about mothers. I don't know, maybe because mine's getting old. Moving on. All right. Did a bike ride of 256 miles in 5 days in Europe. Amazing. Falling in love with my brain and my heart. I'm not broken. The abuser is, said Lisa. Can I get a here? And I think we need like a t-shirt with that on it right there. Took a solo trip to Paris. Ah, Sally, amazing. I feel like we could do literally a whole workshop where we only talk about brags, right? Like actually took care of autistic teen and elderly mom. Oh my God. Bragging boundary bosses, BBB. Woo! It's just a workshop where we just get on and just hype girl ourselves, right? And each other. I love it. All right. So you guys crushed the bragging. So in the bragging, you know what your biggest accomplishments were, your strengths, right? Your proudest moments, you shared them, very beautiful. All right. And for those of you who survived, Kath shared, she survived 2023 and really honestly, sincerely didn't know that she would. That's it, right? These are all worthy of celebrating. Victoria said, I discovered I'm autistic. I'm glad to know, and I'm proud of me. I'm proud, proud, proud. Right on. Do it. That big fat brag list. And this is something I want you to incorporate into your life every week. Find a big fat brag. Share. Talk about it. Right? Pam said she said yes to a date. Right on. I love it. It's so important. Right? Acknowledge and celebrate your strengths and accomplishments. It's healthy. We got to do it in life. Most of the time we don't. So that's beautiful. Amazing. I love it. Thank you for sharing. Hey, Kath, I see you. Eddie said, I'm not comfortable with bragging. Well, I understand. This is why it's part of this ritual, because we were taught not to. But the thing is, you're not bragging. You're just feeling good about you, the way you would feel good about a kid that you were proud of. And it's important that we do it. Yes, exactly. Ariel said, so many strong babes up in here. I'm inspired by y'all. Yes, same. Me too. And we got to do it. So this list number 3, which is the next one we're doing, you're going to give me 3 things. And this is all about crap I'm leaving in 2023. So crap you're leaving in 2023. So, right, you've had your peak experiences and you can use them to guide you, right, to continue through. We're thinking about all the different areas of your life of 2023, right, that you kind of want to say goodbye to. This is people, places, things, experiences, feelings, circumstances, situations, anything you don't want to carry with you into 2024. So anywhere. So you're going to share 3. And I'm going to share one right now. Maybe it's just the same. And I work on it all the time. I get better at being a workaholic and then I get worser at it. So I'm going to really work to get better at it. All right. That's what I'm leaving, is I'm going to try to leave workaholism. Yep. All right. So what do you got? You're working smarter. That's right. All right. Negative self-talk, codependency. All right. Trying to force people. I'm leaving self-doubt, narcissists, social anxiety, negative self-talk, stuffing my feelings. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Yes, keeping away from nature. This is what we're leaving. We're leaving low self-esteem. We're leaving toxic sibling. Yeah, because you know what? They don't have to be in your VIP section now, do they? No. Living in the past. No more people pleasing. No more isolation. No more negative self-talk. No more trauma dumping. Love it. Yeah. No more needing permission. You know that. No more guilt. Spiritual worries. No more not speaking up. No more struggling. No more my negative thoughts about not finding someone, right? Yeah, no more burnout, dude. No more. Done with chronic complaining. It's exhausting. All right. So you guys, you know the crap you're leaving, right? No more. No more. No more overfunctioning. I love it. Recognize when I'm angry. No more drama. No more manipulation. Right on. So you're going to see in the workbook, right? You're actually going to pretty extensively be writing down what you're leaving. And this is in every area of your life. So we're doing sort of a shortened version here because for time's sake, but that is what you're going to be doing. And that's how you're going to leave it, because then when you do the ritual, you're going to be burning it. All right. Beautiful. All right. When you're done, so you wrote your 3 things of what you're leaving. Yep. The workbook is at terricole.com/workbook. And we send it to you a bunch of times too. So don't worry. And we will send it again tomorrow with the replay. All right. So the next step on this, which is our number 4, is we're going to get some gems of wisdom from 2023. So the way that I like to look at it is in every crap stew, right, rough situation we're in, there are gems of wisdom if we're willing to like get our hands dirty, dig in there, wipe it up, clean it up, and look. So gems of wisdom from 2023. Now I'm going to do this slightly different. So I'm going to ask you to gently close your eyes for this one, because it might take a minute for you to get to it. I want you to breathe deeply. And as soon as you open your eyes, I want you to write down the first thing that comes to your mind. What is one important thing that you learned in 2023? One gem of wisdom. Feelings are not facts. Wow, I can be my own friend. I'm worthy. I'm valuable. Be impeccable with your word. Peace. Trust myself. Set boundaries. It's okay to love myself. Just do it. Listen and believe. Wow. Be kind to yourself. I am enough. I love myself. Telling the truth is not hurting anyone else. I'm worth it. I'm worthy. Walk away from people who do not do you right. I'm valuable. Yes, I am loved. I am beautiful. I love myself. Awesome. Yes, I am enough. I can't tell you how many times I'm enough has come up there. It's funny. My gem of wisdom is that it all doesn't have to be done by me, right? Which is similar to what I'm doing is enough, you know? I can trust my intuition. Wow. Beautiful. I can only control my reactions. Yep. I got patience. So you got your list of 3 things. You're going to add to this later when you're on your own. But did everyone do it? I'm enough. I don't have to prove my value. I don't have to convince anyone. Ooh, I'm going to protect my energy. I love it. When I listen to myself, magic happens. It's safe to be vulnerable. So beautiful. Letting go is important. My side of the street, you know it, Kath. Eh, It's okay. I'm okay. That is another one of my affirmations. A lot of times I'll just say, "You're okay, Terri." Like even if I'm upset, I'm like, you know what? It's okay. It's okay to say no. That's a really good one. My emotions deserve respect. Yeah, they do. I cannot go back to how I was. Believe in magic. Recognize red flags, says Lori. Yes, I'm the only expert on me, trusting myself. Oh, I love it. Friendship is earned, not assumed. My intuition never lies. When people show you who they are, believe them, right? Yeah. Yep. I'm doing me because nobody else can. I'm staying on my side of the street. Yeah, you are. I love it. Quit reaching out to unavailable people. It's a good idea. Ooh, look at what people do. That's right, Morpheus, not what they say. Because people can talk a lot of smack, but their actions tell you, I'm enough, just me. Oh, it's so beautiful. All right, you guys, you're crushing this whole entire process. Let's get on to what we're creating, though, shall we? We have touched on the good, the bad, the ugly, the gems, the lessons. Now it's time to think about what you want, right? How do you want to feel? What positive changes you want in all areas of your life in 2024, right? This is your space to put we're going to literally, we're putting our stake in the ground right now to the universe. So in the workbook, there's a bunch of categories, some feeling states for you to think about. But this, I really want you to start thinking about, let's do this one together, right? How, and we're going to share 3 words. How do you want to feel in your relationships? Go. Deeply in love, safe, connected, peace, love, excited, power, happy, secure, heard, free, understood. Yes, cherished, loved, adored, respected, safe, believed, trusted, nourished, empowered, seen and heard. I want transparency. I want to feel like the other person is being transparent. Adored. Yes, beautiful. Respected, loved, appreciated. Feel intimate, right? Heard, loved, known. Yes. I want to feel free. Me too. I want to feel seen, celebrated, attuned, valued, accepted, passion, witnessed, comfortable, celebrated, supported, understood, safe. I want to feel peace. I want to feel cheered on. Yeah, man. No walking on eggshells. Oh, trust me, if I ever write another book after this one, I want it to be about no walking on eggshells ever. Love, secured, heard, respected, free, respected, known. Love it. All right, how do you want to feel in your current job or career? Do you want to feel creative, abundant, lit up, in flow, valued, confident, respected, creative, passionate? I love it. Purposeful, valued, confident. Yes, I want to feel masterful. But you know what, people? I always want to feel masterful. And when you're doing new things, sometimes you won't feel masterful. But that doesn't mean I don't do new things. I just am uncomfortable as hell until I get masterful. It's all right. Appreciated, valued, respected, a lot of value. I want to retire. Disciplined, creative, beautiful. Yes. I want to feel impactful. I want to feel fresh, well paid, appreciated, capable, inspired. I want to serve more to beautiful people. I want to feel renewed and accepted. I want happy, find my purpose. I want to leave a legacy behind. I want to feel integrated, right? Relaxed. I want to feel confident, successful, secure. So beautiful. Branch out. I want to feel whole. I want to feel expanded. I want to feel alive. Ah, gorgeous, you guys. So what is the next step in our process, right? What are we doing? We're going to reflect and visualize. So we keep the brag and the gems of wisdom list someplace that it's easy to access. And all of this is in your workbook, so don't worry, you're not doing anything right now. But we save those, right? Because this is the reminder of how capable and amazing you are. So we don't want it to just be for this moment tonight or when you're working on the workbook tomorrow. I want you to have it somewhere so it's readily available. Then you're going to take your 2024 creation list and put it in a place where you can see it easily and often. We need to be looking at that every time you read that creation list, which is why you got to put the time in to make the list. I want you to feel the feelings of having those things on that list, right? Actively visualize yourself inside those experiences. Long before I had a book, I visualized myself having a book. Long before, I mean, my husband and I used to have an apartment in New York and upstate before I was writing so much. And, he was like, we can't afford that. What are you, crazy? But I visualized that. And every time that was on my vision board that year, and the next year, we rented a rent stabilized apartment in the city. And I'm telling you, it came because I believed it. I felt it every time I saw it. So it's not enough to just see the list. I want you to take the time to really imagine the good feelings of having each and every item on that list. And you got to take these steps daily. Like we have to keep it current. It can't just be a thought. Some people say do these things and put them away, and that's okay. This ritual, I want you to keep it alive, right? Make your list real. It's a living, breathing thing, right? Thoughts become things, lists become things. You can also make a vision board with the words and the images that resonate with your desires to keep the vision in front of you. I actually did one last year on Pinterest. I did the year I was doing the first mastermind. I did it all on Pinterest, visualizing and seeing it, and it was just so beautiful. Taking positive action and consciously conjuring the feelings of already having it, right? That's a powerful way to track and to stay on track basically and create your heart's desire in 2024. Definitely need to keep thinking about it or I'll forget and give up. Same, Ab. It's not just you. It's like, it's so easy to be inspired and then get just the grind comes back in and we're like, oh, right. Now I'm grinding. Great. Where we forget, or then we let little things bother us. We start getting into the petty minutia of life, like crap. That's not the vibration that's going to create what we want either. And of course, obviously, along with all of this is hard work, right? I'm not saying we eat on our, we just eat Malamars and right, we're still doing the work, but we have to believe, right? We have to believe. Oh, Kathleen, you're funny. Yes, we'll keep on going. All right, so we're believing that. The next step, right? The last step in this is that we have a burning ritual, which we're not doing now, but you're gonna do when you're done with the workbook. You can do it alone or do it with friends, loved ones, whoever. You're gonna take list number 3, the one with all the crap that you want to leave in 2023, and you're gonna burn it somewhere safe, right? It's got to be somewhere safe and legal. When I did have my apartment, and I was in a different apartment, but I actually burned it in a garbage can because apparently I don't know anything. And a cop stopped and I pretended it happened by accident, but I was like, okay, you know what? You can't, you're not allowed to burn in a garbage can in New York City, just so you know. So be safe, however you're doing it, be super safe. Ooh, ideal time, new moon tomorrow. That's when I'm going to do mine because I haven't done mine yet because I was waiting to do it with you guys because I am really tapping into our incredible collective power that this group is so beautiful. It's so amazing. Like, seriously, this is going to be so powerful. So let's do it tomorrow. At least that's what I'm doing. And then you have, it's the 11th. There's all kinds of repeating numbers. I mean, yes. So make sure you do it somewhere safe. That's all I'm saying. You can also tear it into a million pieces if you don't like fire. I like fire personally. You're ritualistically burning away the negativity, right? As your list of crap is burning, you visualize it being released back into universal energy. When it's done, you say this affirmation: I am so happy and grateful now. I am free, right? I am free to create the life I want. I'm free to write the book I want. I'm free to have the experience that I want. Burning is a really powerful way of reaffirming to the universe that you are done with the unsatisfying or painful experiences, emotions, circumstances, and that you are freeing yourself of it, right? And then you got to celebrate. You got to celebrate. Either get together with a few friends or just one person, but you got to celebrate, feeling liberated, lighter, and like you've got a little GPS of where you're going in 2024. Yes, we love it. So 2024, here we come. So how do we stay on track, right? How do we stay on track, like in life and throughout the year? Because again, if we don't, then this will be, it'll fall by the wayside the way New Year's resolutions do, although it'll still be a billion times better, but still. So my 3 secrets of manifesting your desires and letting good things come to you easily in 2024 is gratitude practice. Like, we have to do it. We've got to flex this muscle so hard. It's something that Vic and I do every night, where we talk about our gratitudes. We talk about the 3 things we're grateful for, something we're excited about, something we're proud of. But it's so, the more that we have institutionalized a gratitude practice between us, the more grateful we are alone as well. You know what I mean? It's like when we're together, yes, and we're always appreciative of each other, but it's so important. The second key, the second secret is affirmations. Now, that not like your mama's affirmations, what I mean? Not like, I am awesome. I mean, whatever, that might work. My affirmations are really personal to me. I use the same ones a lot, even ones, all good lies before me, right? And for those of you who want to make more money, how would it feel right now if you just repeated after me? I am a money magnet. Money flows to me with ease and grace from unexpected places often. I am a money magnet. Money flows to me with ease and grace from unexpected places all the time. Right? Can you embody that? Can you imagine that? Can you let that happen? But do you see how real it gets when you affirm it? We say it out loud, right? If you're single, what about my right and perfect partner is on their way to me right now? What about that? Your right and perfect partner is on their way to you right now. Can you say that? Feel that? Yeah, we can pin that. Hold on. I was gonna try to pin it. Yeah, Z wrote down what it is. I'm a money magnet. Money flows to me with ease and grace from unexpected places all the time. Beautiful. Yeah, I feel it too. If you're in a relationship, can you do, I focus on what's right about my partner with ease and grace, right? Because it's easy if you're in a long-term relationship to not. It's easy to get petty. Can you focus on what's right about your person, right? Can you let the stuff go? Can you choose to be loving? And I don't mean, when I say let the stuff go, I don't mean let anything abusive go, right? Right. Yeah. But feel how that feels in your body. Like it shifts something. So those are the last one of the 3 that keeps me throughout the year is the visualization, which I sort of mentioned when I see my manifesting list for this year. But you really have to visualize that happening. And it's so fun. Like, like it's actually fun. If you want to be in a relationship, visualize how you'll be. Visualize yourself getting dressed up for a date, feeling desirable and sexy, feeling beautiful, feeling excited to go flirt, to have a meal out, to make out with someone new. Like, allow yourself to feel that excitement. Because I think what happens if we're not visualizing this way, it's like our fear, the fear of rejection if you're single, or in a relationship if it's already gotten tense, if you already have if it's already rough between you, it's hard to get out of those polarized positions, but you can. And so part of it is we want to visualize the way we want it to be. Be clear about how you want to feel, which I have all the prompts for you in the workbook to do that. But then as you continue throughout the year, you're doing the visualization, right? We're seeing it, we're feeling it. All right, I'm going to start with, you've got some questions. I don't know the answer to that. So, oh yes, I do. Can we save the chat from tonight? Yes, the chat will be saved and sent along with the recording, because that's how amazing my team is. I didn't know you put the answer there, Trace. I was like, I don't know. Can it? I don't know. That's so good. Amanda said, you mentioned bragging to be like being proud of a child. So would that be like celebrating your inner child or acknowledging your inner child in some way? Yes. When we honestly are proud of ourselves and we brag, right? What we're doing is we're telling our inner children, right, that like it's okay, because many of us were taught not to, right? Many of us were taught. So you're really doing something good for your inner kid, which is great. I love it. All right. Was there a question? All right. There's so many questions. My team is going to be figuring that out. I got them right here. All right. Linda said, oh, why do I feel guilty when I brag? Well, I bet you'd have to say somebody taught you that bragging was bad. And we can take it out of bragging. I say bragging because, it's a nice way of, it's a good iteration of words, basically. But the reality is that what we're really talking about, Lynn, is feeling good about ourselves, is truthfully being proud of what we've done. If you write a book, yes, it's your achievements, So how much time do we need to set aside for 22 pages? I don't know. Take your time. Let it be luxurious. Do it over 2 sessions, right? I'd say an hour, a half an hour, depending on how some people like to write bullet points. Other people want to write a whole thing. Yeah. Bragging is like saying positive affirmations. I'm smart. I'm beautiful, gifted. Bragging is loving yourself without ego. Yes. And it's also being proud, right? Allowing yourself to be proud. All right. Lizeth said, is it normal that now that I started setting boundaries and no longer people pleasing, now I seem to feel or sort of be a villain? I feel like I'm so fired up to stand my ground and my boundaries that maybe I'm being too inflexible, too rigid. I feel like I went from always people pleasing to now only doing what is good for me, regardless of everyone else, not intentionally harming anyone, but just doing me. This is very common, Lizeth, and I don't know if anyone else has had this experience. If you start setting boundaries after a long period of time of having very porous boundaries, see, other people are saying that they identify with what you're saying. That pendulum can swing over to the other, where you're using a sledgehammer when really like a pencil eraser probably would do the trick, the boundary, and it gets better. So, and it's okay. Do you know why? Because you waited till you were so effing sick of what was going on that we end up doing it in anger. Make sense? The more healthy you get and the more normalized setting boundaries is for you, the less you'll need to do it with anger. Yep. How do I know? How do I know if I'm really ready for a new relationship or even meeting a good man? Well, I mean, that's a good question. Part of what I was going to be telling you, and I don't have to wait till the end, but there is going to be an opportunity that I'm doing my Real Love Revolution course that starts in the third week of January. And that's all about that. So I'm going to talk about that more later. Lynn, I'll answer that question later. But that's where that opportunity will come in, is in Real Love Revolution. All right. Yeah. Can I talk about it now? Sure. I sure can. No problem, Linda. So I'm super excited that it's back. So Real Love Revolution, this is one of my favorite courses to teach. It's making its grand return in 2024. I did not teach it last year, so I can't wait to dive back into this life-changing experience with you. So anyone you're in a relationship, but you're not sure how it's going, or it could be better, or you really feel like you got to get out of it, this course is for you. You're single, dating, want to be dating, but not dating, single and not psyched about it, kind of looking to be partnership. This is the place for you, right? If you feel like you date the different version of the same person over and over again, leading to the same dead end bullshit that you're over, if you've sworn off dating altogether, this is for you. You're afraid to be vulnerable. You don't want to get hurt in a relationship, secretly wondering, is this all there is? Yeah. So yeah, another thing that people ask me all the time before joining RLR is like, I'm not sure if this is how I'm supposed to feel in my relationship, right? Or if you're in a shitty relationship and you need to get out, but you just can't. You haven't been able to make the move. This course is for you. Oh, Sandra said this is the best course. Any other alumni here? I bet there are. I know a bunch were saying they took it. Someone said 2017. Yes, me. Hey, Shauna. Hi, Susan. I know you are. It was great. It was wonderful. It was great. Incredible, said Elizabeth. Lovely. So anyone who wants to do it, you want to just go to, I forgot what I'm telling you to go to. Hold on. Is it yes? Is it? I took it in 2022. Said Donna, right on. I love it. Yeah, and I don't know that I'm teaching it next year either, honestly, because we're going to be book touring with the high functioning codependency book. So if you're interested in Real Love Revolution and you want to do it with me and you want to spend the next 3 months with me, go to terricole.com/yes. And yeah, you can sign up right there. Super exciting. And if you sign up tonight, actually, of course, there's like a fast acting bonus I'm going to tell you about at the end. So I'm trying to give you a little inspiration. And don't worry, if you're watching the recording, you'll have 24 hours after you got the recording to sign up and get the bonuses. Because listen, you guys, if you enjoyed this workshop, if you like this vibe, the interaction, the community aspect, you get 12 live Q&A coaching calls. No, you can't possibly that many. Yeah, you do. All right. In the Real Love Revolution, you do. I forgot. It's 3 months. We do. It's a private community, not on Facebook. And really, this is where the collective is so powerful. Yes, Vanessa, don't worry. All the links will be shared with you. Am I touring with Mark Groves? I am actually doing something with Mark, but I'm not touring my book with him, but I am doing something in Vancouver with him, which don't worry, you'll be hearing about. But back to Real Love Revolution. I feel like if this is something that's been on your list, that you really want to master this love thing, if you figured out lots of other stuff in life, but this thing eludes you, this is for you. So terricole.com/yes is what you want to do while you are here. Because honestly, I love it so much. Solange said it's a great course. It changed my life. Kate said RLR. I said, yes, it is. Yes, I did it in 2017. It was awesome. So yeah. And here's the thing, even if you don't want to be in a relationship with someone else, this is about your relationship with you. And the alumni can tell you that so much of the focus is how do we create this beautiful relationship with ourselves? Because that's the thing that goes out and impacts everything that happens. And RLR stands for Real Love Revolution, which is the name of the course. So the details, it starts in 2 weeks on January 24th. It goes for 12 weeks. It's $12.97 full pay or $129 times 12. So we have a payment plan for $129 a month. That's US, or $1,297 for the whole shebang. So if you do this today, 24-hour only fast acting bonus, you get early access to Real Love Revolution, access to a bonus pre-course prep guide, which is teaching you to clear the decks basically, And if you do the pay in full, you get a coupon for a free workshop, right? You can go and select a workshop of your choice. And you also get a coupon for a mug or a t-shirt because I got merch now. So these are all like ways, right? In addition to all the other bonuses though, you guys. So there's so many other bonuses as well. You can get all this information at terricole.com/yes. If you have any questions, you can ask it here or go to support@terricole.com for Real Love Revolution. We start on the 24th. All right, more questions. Let's hit them. Oh, that is really sweet, Rhonda. RLR was the best money I ever spent, changed my life. My personal, hold on, where'd it go? Growth was beyond expectation. That, and you guys, you know how some people plant alumni? I don't know. I think they do. I never do because I don't need to because you guys always come back because I love you and you love me and we actually have a real thing, you know? So it's exciting that you're here and I super appreciate you. I really do. With Real Love Revolution or with this for you, it's like a course. I created this course from my heart to yours. I put every single thing in it that I wished someone had given me in my 20s. That there was so many years of pain and suffering and so many dating the wrong people and just so much. And of course, I'm sure I had to do that so that I could come and do this, what I'm doing right now. So I'm not saying I have regrets, but I am saying the entire thing is designed with you, right? It's all about you and how can I help you get where you want to go faster? It doesn't have to be years and years of therapy. Like it actually doesn't, even though I love being in therapy for years, but it doesn't have to. Yeah, Elizabeth said it's the best course to reveal the real you if you show up and do the work. Yes. And you know when we can't figure shit out, and even going to therapy, how many people from RLR, Real Love Revolution, have been like, this was way more impactful than any therapy I've ever had. And it's 12 weeks. And maybe because it's concentrated, but I also honestly think it's because it's so good. It's because it's so right. Like it's dialing in so that you can see. It really is a very precise GPS for what you need to see in yourself so that you know where to start to make the shifts and the changes, because we all know how overwhelming it can feel when we don't know where. Jennifer said the private community was so beneficial to people to witness what you've been through because others have too. It's a place to be seen. And very specifically to my communities is that we don't have a lot of there's no advice giving like that. We have very loving rules of engagement where we're witnessing each other and holding each other and caring about each other, but we're not telling each other what to do. And that is life-changing for many women. Is it geared more towards singles? It's really not. You know, Patricia, I used to do two separate, and I may still before it starts, but I used to do two separate like workshops, one for singles and one for people who are partnered, but all leading into Real Love Revolution. And people all were like, oh my God, this is for me. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you, the way that we have, no matter what your situation is, it's for you because it's basically about you. Yeah. So no matter what your situation is, I feel like there's something really powerful in this for you. And this could be a gift potentially that you give yourself. Victoria said, you won't regret anything, the money, the time, the tears. It's the best thing I've ever done for me. Oh, Victoria, you're sweet. Geraldine said, how often should we do affirmations? I typically do mine in the morning and at night. I think it's great. It's funny. Well, my affirmations, I do things. I write on my mirrors in my bathroom, like with a dry erase marker type things. And so I will switch them out, right? Sometimes it just says, I love you. Sometimes it just says, I like your shape. Sometimes it just says, you're beautiful. Sometimes it just says, you're worthy. Those I change out, which I love. It's super fun to change those out. I also find that saying affirmations, if I'm having an anxious feeling, if I'm about to go give a talk somewhere and I feel nervous about it, I can emotionally self-regulate, but it helps me to have an affirmation, like the one I use before I give a talk, is I'm so happy and grateful now the right and perfect words flow with ease and grace. I am divinely guided and protected. Let these words be of service. So that's what I say. And I'll say it as many times as I need to say it until my anxiety lessens a little bit, which it does. Jane said, how often in the week do we meet in the RLR course, and how long, and for how long is the session? We meet once a week. So you always have 1 week with material, and then we meet, and the live coaching call is 75 minutes, which is basically what we've been on so far, 75 minutes. Yeah. And for me, we really have done a phenomenal job with answering the questions, you know, that that come in. And we also have a coach in the group, a coach that I trained, Sarah, who I bet is on this call too, who's amazing, who also, she did RLR in 2017 and then became part of my crew. So that's amazing. Can I repeat the affirmation? Sure. I'm so happy and grateful now. The right and perfect words flow with ease and grace. I am divinely guided and protected. Let my words be of service. Oh, Solange said, I love Lara. Energy Lara, my fave. She's the best. And we will have energy. We always have energy exercises that go along with my courses because we're energetic beings. And it just so happens to be that one of my BFFs of all time is an energy expert. Oh, yes, Jennifer asked, does RLR, Real Love Revolution, help with poor interpersonal communication? Yes, it absolutely does. No doubt. Learning to talk about how you feel. First of all, before we do that, we need to know how we feel. So we do a whole bunch of that. But really, interpersonal communication, we identify where are you dysfunctional in your communication, and then there's lots and lots of stuff that we do around that. So the answer to that is yes. Jennifer said, codependence question, is it always with you like an addiction, but comes and goes or ebbs and flows with life circumstances? Ooh, what a good question that is. Oh, the way that I'm writing this book, and my belief, doing this for 25 years, is that you can become in recovery from codependency. Right? Yes, Jen, you can join if you've already done the self-study. Yep. And you'll get all the information about when we meet. I actually don't have that here. So codependency, it's like you're in recovery. Yes, it's always with you to a degree, but it gets better because what happens is we learn to change our thoughts. Those thoughts change our behaviors. So the more you're changing your thoughts, you're changing your behaviors. So you might still have a knee-jerk, oh, like I want to do this thing that is codependent, but you might not do it, right? That's the thing. So I feel like we're in recovery. For those of you for RLR, if you've taken the course before, like Jen, just email support@terricole.com, and we have a special rate for alumni. You would be considered alumni. So it'll be way less money if you've already paid the full fee upfront. So yeah, there you go, Jen, that's for you. Yeah, and anyone else of my alums, if you're feeling like you wouldn't mind 3 months with me, I wouldn't mind 3 months with you, my loves. I would love it. All right, Sherry said, how do you start when you have several things you want to change without getting overwhelmed and feeling like you felt when you struggle with ADHD and procrastination? It makes it more challenging to have ADHD, of course. So part of it is have compassion for yourself, have compassion for the fact that this is part of your experience. And I say, Sherry, really start with prioritizing. Like, what is the most important thing? You may want to have several things, but I think you got to choose one and go, okay, if it's love, then that's the thing I'm going to focus on. Or if it's work, then that's the thing I'm going to focus on. Because I don't feel like we can do it all at the same time, you know? All right. So Terri, yes, where do you sign up for RLR? terricole.com/yes. And those of you who might be interested in the mastermind, terricole.com/flourish. All right, Diana said, where do you get good images for a vision board without buying tons of magazines? You know what, Diana? I didn't know. So what I did is I did it on Pinterest. I made a private Pinterest board, and then you can drag things onto it, and it's free, you know? So that's what I did, because I actually I didn't have the answer to that question. I was like, I don't want to buy. I don't want to kill a bunch of trees. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, Erin has some good ideas. Go in there. Oh, and S said that you can go on Canva too. Vision board options. Amazing. I'm going to do mine on Canva now. That's better even. All right. Carrie said, what if you desire more connection with family members who seem not to feel the same? Well, you can choose to have a straight conversation, right? You can choose to talk to them about it and say, I'd like to, I really would like to spend more time with you. How do you feel about making a standing monthly lunch date, right? Something like that. If you've tried those things and they really don't want to. Ooh, welcome, Elena and Amy. You joined ORLR. This is very exciting. I'm so happy. Yay. Woohoo. Can't wait to get started. Back to the family thing, though. If you've tried that and they don't want to, I think sometimes we our chosen family is the way to go, But I wonder if, have you really like done your college try directly, like the truth? Because if they can't carve out time, if they don't want to carve out time, then you have to decide if you can accept that they don't want the same closeness. Maybe they're not capable of it. Who knows? So it doesn't have to be a bad thing about you. But I don't want you to stay in longing, you know? I don't want you to stay in longing because that doesn't feel good. So it's like, talk about it. Okay, Julie said, how can I feel more comfortable with uncertainty, politically, socially, personally? It's what I'm most concerned about in 2024. I feel like if I make changes, it might not matter in the end if things shift. Well, here's the thing, Julia. The truth is that there's a lot of uncertainty. And as I'm writing in this book about high functioning codependence, one thing we really dislike a lot is uncertainty. Yet the truth is, so much of the certainty we think we have is an illusion. So my feeling is I would do your very best not to catastrophically project into the future. Kind of keep it close, right? If you want to make changes, right? Slow your roll. You can only do what you can do politically, societally, whatever, right? Like focus on you to the best of your ability, because self-care, consistent self-consideration will create a foundation that is solid for you, right? You've got to be it for yourself. What did I need to do to not have to be crazy? I stopped listening to news. I only read it. I just can't, don't want to, not going to. No, thank you. That's my choice. I'm informed, still a good citizen. But I must protect anything that's gonna, really get me off the rails to a degree. Yeah, so do the same for you. Jane said, what to do when the past brings up feelings of betrayal and abandonment. I know feelings are not facts, but it's very uncomfortable in trying to move forward. Well, self-soothe, right? Get curious, right? What is bringing up the feelings of betrayal and abandonment? If they're spontaneously coming up, then they need your attention. If something is happening and it's reminding you of a betrayal or an abandonment, then that needs your attention. So just be kind, right? It's find that compassion for yourself. Write it down. Why do I feel this way? How do I feel? What happened? What do I wished happened? The sadness. Oh, Shauna. Hey, Shauna, you coming back? Welcome, Annabella and Shauna, to Real Love Revolution 2024. I'm so excited, you guys. You'll see me. I'll be sitting in my new office just like this, but we'll be talking about self-love and lots of other things. It's terricole.com/yes. All right. Yeah, and really, you want to say yes if you think you're doing it because you want to get those bonuses. We made them juicy. Really, it is to inspire fast action. That's why you do it, right? I love you guys, and I gotta run a business. So I want you to get the bonuses because they're awesome. Yeah. All right, Sarah said, all right. How do we begin to attract healthy connection? Well, it's all about your connection to yourself is the beginning. And this is part of what we do, in the course, is understanding what are our like limiting beliefs about ourselves. Do we have some? How are they impacting how we're showing up in the world? Because when you think about how you feel about yourself, right, your level of self-consideration and self-love, it's like that's, how we love ourselves sets the bars for everyone else. So if we don't do a good job, then we attract other people who don't do a good job either. Jane asked, can RLR strengthen your marriage? Absolutely. Absolutely. So many success stories. A lot of times people come in thinking they're going to split and then they don't. A lot of times people come in thinking they're going to split and they do, and they're happy they did. But it's really something, that the deep dive you need to do is within yourself, before you can make a decision about a relationship. The deep dive we need to do, if we're holding back in the marriage, if we're not telling the truth about how we're feeling or what we want sexually or whatever the things are, it's like we need to figure that out amongst ourselves, and then we can bring it into the relationship. So it definitely can strengthen a marriage. Bonnie said, my brain is on high alert, trying to keep me safe from relationships by stopping me from being open to new people. Is it possible to create the openness needed? Of course. Yes, it most definitely is. But part of it is we would create the openness with the most appropriate protection. So it's not just cracking you open like a coconut, because that wouldn't be very loving, right? It's understanding what are the injuries that created the closed, right? What happened that made you feel afraid? I mean, we all have good reasons. Most of us have been hurt in relationships before, But if you're still on high alert, it means a lot of this old material needs your attention, which is exactly what we go through in the course. So I say yes, I believe you can. Welcome, Olivia, and welcome, Audrey. Look at you getting your fast action bonuses. It's pretty exciting. Yay. Beautiful. My husband and I reunited after separation, and we have had the best 13 years of our 28 marriage since we reunited. So glad we tried again. We were more in love than ever. It doesn't work for everyone, but it's not the best choice for every woman, but I'm lucky that he's open to meeting my needs. Right on. Good for you. I love it. A success story. All right. Sally said, how many women do you take in Flourish? I'd say the max will be 12, and maybe it'll end up being 10. I'm not done filling, so I don't know. We're half done right now. So, but it's this big. That is super small. All my friends who have masterminds are like, that's ridiculous. You should have 20 people, but I can't do it like that because I'm also, everything I do is therapeutically informed. It's a business mastermind, but it's therapeutically informed. So it's for both. Like we hit the personal side and the business. If you're someone who's doing good work in the world, you want to do more, you want to be seen, you want to write a book, you want to have a podcast, you want to get on TV, all of those things. You want to make more money. That's it. But I also can't help with that, even though I know how to do all of that. And Team TC is a big help in this, if we don't also handle the mindset piece, the emotional piece. Mindset is everything, because so much of the time, what gets revealed is that it's the mindset that is creating that glass ceiling, our own glass ceiling. But it's just such a beautiful, sacred, and intimate container. So it's 12 months. We meet twice. Like we have two luxury retreats. We're going to Mexico, we're going to Nashville. So it's super exciting. If it's something that's interesting, yeah, do it. Terrycole.com/flourish. Oh, I'm on your vision board, Z. Right on. You guys, this was so beautiful. I so appreciate you, each and every one of you, whether you're here live, whether you are watching this after the fact. I feel so excited about 2024 for you, for what you're going to create, because we need you. We need you. I can't wait to see what you create. I hope that I see you in Real Love Revolution, terrycole.com/. Yes, if you want to do that and get the bonuses, that's where you want to go. And if you're watching this in the replay, you can still get those fast acting bonuses. You know where to look me up if you're thinking about doing the mastermind. That's terrycole.com/flourish. I can't wait to see you in my social feeds. I can't wait to see you in my courses. I just so appreciate you are my people. You're the reason I do all the things. So thank you for starting this year off right with me. I appreciate you so much. And as always, my friends, what am I going to say? You know it. Take care of you. Seriously, take care of you. I'm kissing all of you. Victoria.